Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. And friends, Happy New Year from me. So let's start our video. In the starting of the episode, we take that by hearing the sound of the explosion in this building. A lot of students come here. And there is a teacher here. Who is talking to these students? Students, none of you will go near this building. Here soon the firefighters team is coming. And she will put out this fire. And we take that in these students. There is an alien. She is shocked to see the explosion. She thinks that Lee has the power of fire. Is it possible that Lee is using his power to bully Kim? She is very scared thinking about this. We see that she does not listen to the teacher. She runs to the playground very fast. She is also shocked to see this. She asks Ayun to stop. But Ayun does not listen to the teacher. She is going to the same place very fast. And we see that Ayun breaks the door of the playground very fast and enters the playground. And she is thinking, Kim, please don't die, I'm coming. But at this time she is very surprised to see something. And we see that Kim is standing right in front of her. And Lee is unconscious here. And seeing this, Ayun is very shocked. And she says, what happened here? And why is Lee lying on the ground? And Kim says, nothing happened here. Actually we both fell down the stairs. But she is a little bit short. And we see that Ayun is looking towards Lee and she is thinking. She is very short, and it is clear from looking that they have fought. And she shouts at Lee and says, Lee, what are you saying? Don't joke with me and tell me what happened here? But she sees that Lee is not there. Seeing this, Ayun is very surprised. But in reality Lee has activated his shadow skill. And we are shown a scene after a while where we see that Lee is now very far from that place. And he was walking and looking at his school building. And along with this Kim was thinking, thank God Ayun had come there. She will take Lee to the doctor. Otherwise I would have to take her to the doctor. But what surprised me the most is this. And we see that in reality, a new thing has been added to Kim's stats. Which is charm. And along with this, Kim has also copied a skill from Lee, whose name is Monarch Heart. And Lee is thinking by seeing this. The thing that has been added to my stats is called charm. But this kind of skills should be with big celebrities or singers, so that they can look more attractive. But at the same time Kim is thinking, I thought I was going to get a fire skill from Lee. But it seems that this skill is also very powerful. And we are told about this skill that it is a skill through which Kim can boost the power of his party members. And seeing this, Kim is very happy and he is thinking, it seems that I have a jackpot in my hand. And we will see that Kim is thinking about these things. But at that time, Kim has a lot of cars parked here. Seeing which Kim also got very surprised. And at this time, a lot of people come out of these cars. And in them, there is also their boss who is actually the deputy manager. And looking at this person here, Kim is very surprised. And he is thinking, what is this person doing here? But at this time, we see the deputy manager, whose body is getting a lot of powerful aura. And he says to Kim, I want to know from you. What did you do on the ground? After which we are shown the scene of Taehan Gil. Now we see a person who is saying, oh, so you mean to say, he beat my boy. And now my boy is with him, and in return he wants 1 billion from me. What do you think, I am a weak person, who will easily give up in front of him? Alhamdulillah, I think in front of this person, Lee the bodyguard is sitting and he says, Master, please forgive me. I could not protect your son. But as he says, but Master, please don't do anything like this, because of which your son's life is in danger. So yes'ns that person says, don't be thankful, he is my son, and I know what I am doing. But yes, I think for that boy's bravery, I should give him a reward. And at this time that person, a click is made, due to which, there are some people ahead who see, he says with a lot of shock, Master, please don't do this. He is a young boy, that's why he made this kind of mistake. But you don't need to kill him. Please don't solve this matter like this. After listening to this, we see that the person is very angry, and we are shown this person who is actually the leader of the Taehan Gil. And he says, stop your nonsense. Do you think I will let him go alive even after touching my son? After which we are shown the scene of Kim, where the deputy leader is asking, tell me, what did you do there? But after listening to this, Kim is very surprised and he is thinking about what this person is talking about. Is he talking about the explosion that I did in the school a while ago? Or is he talking about the incident in the hall when I showed him the power of the king? Is it possible that this person already knew that I had caused all this destruction in the school? But if this happens, then these people can arrest me for it. Because it is absolutely illegal to use your powers in a school. And I have damaged a very big building of the school. But at the same time Kim says, Sir, I didn't understand you. What are you talking about? Are you asking about that explosion? Hearing this, the nuclear manager is very surprised and he says, What? What explosion? And at the same time he says while looking at the city that you are not talking about this place from where this smoke is coming. No, I'm not talking about this. I have come here to tell you what you did in the condition of the school at that time. I don't know what I did in the game. Maybe you know about this. I came to see the power of people. And when you were going back from there, you showed me your power. And that's why I came here. So listening to this, Kim was smiling and he said, Do you really not know what happened there? Listen to this, the manager says, Yes, that's why I came here specially. And I want to know what you did there. So Kim says, But I don't think so at all. And I feel like you're here to invite me for a player tryout. This Incover deputy manager is very surprised and asks, Do you really think that you have such a qualification that you are saying that I have come to invite you for player tryouts? And friends, let me tell you that in this series, the Hunter examination test is called player tryouts. But this test is very different because only those people can give this test. They can give whose age is above 15. And along with this they should have special qualifications, because of which they can take part in students' player tryouts, and can become a hunter. And we see Kim who has activated his power. And along with this he says to the deputy manager, So you want to see my qualification, right? Then okay. See my qualification carefully. And seeing this the deputy manager is very surprised. And he is thinking, Who is this guy? How can a person's power level be so high? And this time the power level of this person has increased by 200 times. But the deputy manager is thinking that I can't tell anyone about this person's power level. But in the future this guy is going to be very powerful. And no one can stop him from becoming powerful. After that we are shown a night scene where a person screams loudly. What are you going to take part in the play tryout? Oh, we will take this person nowhere else. Rather, he is Kim's cousin and he is shouting and saying, Kim, are you crazy? You know how difficult the play tryout test is? If you pass it, it's sure that your bones will break. And yes, Kim is saying, Stop your nonsense, nothing like that will happen. And this test is only a month away. So you are also going to train with me. And yes, Jay is even more surprised. And he is wondering if Kim has seen my future with him. And that's why Kim wants him to make me a powerful person with him. Kim is a very good person, but Kim is thinking that I don't know what happens to his fool. Whenever I talk to him, his expressions are always very strange. But at this time Kim gets a call from a person and Kim picks up this call. Because of which we are shown the scene outside Kim's house, and we see that two persons are keeping an eye on Kim's house. And one of them is holding a person and that person is making him feel very bad. And that person says, You are a member of the player association, but why is a person like you protecting an ordinary boy? Is it possible that the boy is also related to the player association? But Yashankar, that person, is not saying anything. But at the same time his younger brother sitting next to him says, Brother, I think this boy is not a normal person. Why would the members of the player association protect a normal person? So Yashankar says to his brother, So what if a person is also protecting this boy? We have nothing to do with it. Our mission is just to kill this boy. Are you scared? In this scene, we are told about these people who are actually A-rank killers. And both of them are called Black and White brothers. But hearing this, his younger brother says, Will I get scared? And that too I never. Come on, let's go and kill that boy. And at the same time, we will also kill his family. Because of which we will not have any evidence. But at this time, he hears a person screaming a lot. And he was shocked to see something, and we see that in reality there was a person who had caught White brother. And he was punching him a lot, and he was screaming a lot. And seeing this, Black brother got very angry and he said, You are a scum, who are you? How dare you attack us? So we see that the person left White brother, and we see that the person comes very fast and hits Black brother with a very strong kick. And with this we see this person who is our hero. And with this we are shown a scene from a few hours ago, where Lee's bodyguard is talking to Kim. Don't joke, do you really think if I talk to my master about 1 billion, then he will agree for it? So Kim says, I don't know all this. But I doubt that you will break our promise. That's why I want to do something else with you. And with this we see that Lee has created a shield in his hand with his magic. And we are told about this seal. This is a seal that is placed on the heart of the hunter. And if the hunter breaks the conditions of his promise, he dies there. And seeing this seal, that person is very surprised. And at the same time we find out that the person who came to Kim was no one else. Rather, it was the same bodyguard who had previously told Kim about these two killers. After which we are shown the present scene where he is attacking Black Brother Kim. But Kim is dodging these attacks very easily. And at this time Kim attacks that person very fast. But that person disappeared from there. And we see that he is right above Kim. And he attacks Kim very powerful. But before Kim gets this attack, Kim also disappeared from there. And seeing this, that killer is very shocked. And he is thinking where this person disappeared suddenly. But we see that Kim is standing right behind that person. And with this he activates his skill predation. And with this Kim looks like a devil and says, "Playtime with you guys is over now. And that's why we are going to start the real fight." After which we are shown the next scene. And we see a very luxurious car. And in it there is a sister of Ayun who is actually a guild master. And with this that lady is talking to some person on her mobile. And with this that lady says, "We have chosen powerful students in all the big schools of the country. And all of them have been given invitations for the player tryouts. And there is a special guy about whom I think he is very powerful. And his name is Yun Bak, who is actually an S ranker of Busan. And we will give the person to whom this lady is talking, he is no one else. Rather, he is the chairman of the player association, and he is saying, 'By the way, I think you are praising Yun Bak a lot. But he is a more talented person than that.' Which I liked a lot. And if you want to know who he is, she is your sister, which was told to me by the deputy manager herself." So the lady says, "Even though she is my sister, but to prove how powerful she is, we will have to pass the test of the player tryouts." The chairman of the department says, "You are as cruel as always." But at the same time, the chairman says, "And yes, I forgot to tell you one more thing. Do you know that the deputy manager is behaving very strangely these days? And I think he has found a powerful student who is very powerful. And to know this, I am also very excited, but I have not talked to our deputy manager about this yet." So this is the incredible lady who is saying that if this is really the case, then I would also like to meet that student. Who is he who has pulled the attention of the deputy manager towards himself? And with this, we are shown the scene of Kim where we see that Kim has played the band of these two killers. But with this, Kim is very worried and he is thinking what happened. I didn't know about this before, and we know that in reality Kim's skills are overloaded and she is not working. And we are shown a scene where we see that the people of the player association are ahead and they are saying how they were able to attack a high schooler. Attack can do. Really these days the courage of these villains has increased a lot. And we know that. Deputy manager is also present here. After that deputy manager says to Kim, "Kim, what happened here? And why did these two killers attack you, while you are just a high schooler?" So Kim of Jason says, "I do not know about this." So Jason's deputy manager is thinking, "I have to investigate these people about this." But along with this Kim is thinking, "I can't tell the truth to this person, because it is possible that if I tell him the right thing, then he will not cancel my late tryouts invitation. But the biggest problem for me right now is that why is my skill predation not working?" After which we are shown the next scene where Kim is thinking while walking. After all what has happened, is it possible that predation has been overloaded because I am not that powerful yet? And at the same time Kim is thinking that I have copied 4 skills while using predation which are very powerful. And maybe because of copying powerful skills, predation is overloaded. If I am thinking that this is the case, then it means that I have to make myself stronger as soon as possible. And only then I will be able to activate predation again. After that, we are shown the scene of the next day, and we see a building whose name is Blackhead. And this is actually a gym. And at the same time we see a girl who is welcoming the people who are coming here. Which is said to be, "Sir, you are welcome. Can you tell me what I can do to help you?" And we saw that Kim and Jay were standing in front of him. And Jay said, "Kim, are you really sure? Are you really going to give the play tryouts test? I'm telling the truth, that test is very difficult. And I have heard that for a weak person, it is impossible to clear the play tryout test for the first time." So Kim was listening to this. "Yes, I know. That's why we have come here. So that we can make ourselves stronger. And at the same time we see that the girl standing in front of us says, "Hey students, I think you guys have some misunderstanding. This is not a normal gym, and we can't allow you here." But at this time we see that Kim takes out a golden ticket from herself, which is actually given to her by the alchemist group. And looking at this card, that girl is shocked, and she is thinking, who is this boy and how can this card of alchemist group be with her? Is it possible that she is a disciple of a high-rank hunter, who has come here just for training? And she is thinking, what should I do? Should I give them an admission here or not? But at this time we see that a person has come there, who says, "Hey Yura, I think you are stuck in some problem. Can I help you?" And at the same time we are shown this person, whose name is Iron the Strong Man, who is actually a very powerful trainer of this gym, who helps Rocky players in their training. And we see this person going straight. Kim and Jae are showing their dolly shawls, and he is saying that I am sure you have never seen such a perfect body before. And we will see that all the people around are very surprised to see Iron the Strong Man. And they say, "Wow friends, did you see, this is Iron the Strong Man. I have heard that his training is very special and he is also a very powerful trainer." But at this time Kim says that, "Hey Jae, is this fool who is doing such a strange thing?" So listening to this, JB gets very shocked and says, "Hey Kim, what are you doing? Are you messing with him?" And we see that that person also gets very angry and says, "Hey kid, how dare you to call me a fool? Do you want to fight with me?" So listening to this, Kim says, "To a weak person like you I will not call you a fool, what else will I say? Do you want to bet with me? The loser will pay the entire 1-year training fee off the winner." Hearing this, that person starts laughing and he says, "You called me a fool, but in a little while you will find out who is the real fool." With this he says, "Then it's okay, I accept your bet." After which we are shown the next scene, and we see that they have teleported into a dungeon, and the video of these two is being shown on the TV. And seeing this, Jay is very shocked and he says, "What is happening? Kim is just a rookie now, so why did they go to a dungeon to fight?" So Yesen's Yura says, "Don't worry, this is not a real dungeon, but a virtual reality game which is made special in this gym. All the Rockies here after their training here go into this virtual reality game and practice so that they can make themselves even more powerful. Now your friend and Iron the Strong Man are both playing this game sitting in a room in the cube." So listening to this, JB gets very shocked, and he thinks that I didn't know all this about this gym. Then I thought that why does Kim want to train in this gym? After which we start this game. And as this game starts, Iron the Strong Man gets very excited. And he starts attacking the monsters with a lot of laughter. And he is killing these monsters very fast. And at the same time he is laughing and saying that kid is really a big fool. He thinks he can defeat Iron the Strong Man, but at that time he hears something and he looks behind him, and we see that Kim is killing the monsters very fast. And at the same time Kim has loaded a lot of weight on himself, and we see that Kim is running straight towards those monsters. And those monsters are attacking Kim, but Kim easily kills these monsters and moves forward. And at this time we see that there are more monsters started attacking Kim. But Kim is killing all these monsters very fast. And we see that there are a lot of big blasts happening there. Seeing which Iron the Strong Man is very shocked, and he is thinking, who is this kid? I just killed 4 to 5 monsters, but he has already defeated 30 to 40 monsters alone. And he has lifted the maximum weight of this game on his back. How can a normal person do this? And this thought makes him in a bad condition. But we see that all the people outside the game are very much shocked to see Kim's power. But the J is saying, "Kim, you can do this. I trust you." After which the game scene is shown again where Kim is saying to Iron the Strong Man, "What did you say the name was, Iron the Strong Man? Don't you think this name is a bit of nonsense? I enjoyed playing with you and that's why you should leave now. And let's say Gilly has won this game here." After which we are shown a scene after a month. And we are shown a very big playground scene, which is actually prepared for the play tryouts. And here thousands of students are coming, who have all come to take part in the play tryouts. And let's say there is a helicopter flying there, in which a person is covering the news of player tryouts, and he is a boner. Friends, as you can see, this time the player tryout is going to be very dangerous. And here the number of people who have taken part is very high. And along with this, we have been told about some special students who are very powerful. One of them is named Iron Fist because he can change his body into steel, and he's an A ranker. After which the second person who is an A ranker, and his name is David. And with this David can use the power of nature. And after this the third person is very special. because he has the power of lightning, and his name is Yunbuk. And Yunbuk is an S-rank player. And the last person is very special, because he is a little sister of a guild master. And his name is Ayun, and he is also an S-ranker. After which the next scene is shown. And we see that all the students are going inside the building for the test of the player tryout. But at the same time we see a girl who has lost a lot of breath because she has come here from far away, and she thinks that this should not have happened. I think I will not be able to interview any person. If this continues, then my boss will fire me from my job today. And we are told about this girl who is actually a news reporter, and her name is Gigi. And she came here to interview the students who took part in the play tryouts. But it is too late, because of which she had to come here by running. But still she is far away from this building. And we see that Gigi is very sad at this time. But someone is walking behind her, and he says, "Ma'am, what is the matter? Can I help you?" So we see that she looks behind her. But she is very surprised and she thinks, "Wow, this guy is very handsome." And we find out that this person is our hero, who is very late, and he is going towards the building. After that we are shown the next scene, and we see that Kim has reached the building. But at the same time a girl is calling Kim. "Hey, what are you doing? Do you know that there is only 1 minute left to close the gate? And you are the last person who is the most late." And along with that Kim says, "I'm sorry, I think I'm a little late." And along with that it turns out that in reality Gigi had stopped Kim there and he had started taking Kim's interview. After which we see that Kim is still inside this building. But along with that he is very shocked because we see that the number of people who are present inside is very high. And their number is not just 100 to 200 but their number is in thousands. As we see Kim is very surprised and he is thinking that I did not give this test in my previous life, so I do not know what is going to happen here. But it seems that whatever will happen here will be a lot of fun. But at this time we see that a person has come there who says that "What are you doing here?" And Yasung's Kim looks at that person, and we see that this person is no one else but Ayan, and she says that "Kim, what are you doing here? And you suddenly ask how did you become so tall?" Yasung says that "Nothing, I just started some training." So listening to this Ayun gets very shocked. And she says that "We met last time a month ago. And when your height was exactly my height. So how did you grow so much in a month?" Ayun says this, and "Yes, tell me one more thing. What happened that day? Did Lee and you had a fight? How did Lee become so tall? As you know, he couldn't take part in this tryout because he couldn't get well properly." But at this time we see that the screens are showing a picture of a person who says, "So students, I know you are very excited for this player tryout. But this time we have changed the rules of this player tryout. And this time the rules of this player tryout are very simple. So as you can see, you have been given a token. You have to do only this much in this tryout test, that you have to protect your token, and whoever wants to pass this test should have such 5 tokens. That means he has to compete with other people and snatch their tokens. And yes, let me tell you one more thing. Here, all the people present, they have some S-rankers present, and every S-ranker's token. If you get only 1 token, then their 1 token is equal to 5 tokens. And you don't have to fight any other person. And we see that all the people around them, their underground is shaking. And all the cubes are flying in the sky. But no person is falling on the ground. Because the gravity in this chamber is completely different from that of the Earth. And with this we see that the person is shouting and says, "So friends, what are you waiting for? So go and take their tokens from other people. And yes, to get the tokens you can do anything. But you just don't want to kill that person." And we see that as soon as they hear this, everyone is shocked. But with this, many people went to attack Ayun directly. But with this, Ayun also activated his powers. And she makes a big blast there. And friends, our episode ends here. If you like the video, then subscribe to the channel. And also like and share the video.